fuck up cause it's been too long. Bling, boom, bling, melanated.
Okay, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another melanated mindfulness video. The title of this video is going to be Stop Being Afraid to Get Your Tools Dirty. Now, this is a message that, of course, I had to receive myself before I could share with you guys. So before I get into it, I want to give y'all the backstory as to how this came to me. Okay, so boom. I have a dirty little habit, okay? I smoke weed. And one day I was in my room and I had a little one hitter and I was putting my little roach in there or whatever. I guess I still had some old stuff left in there or something. The smoke wasn't coming right, so I'm like, okay, I might need to clean it out, right? So I'm sitting there getting frustrated, looking all in my windowsill, trying to, like, you feel me, find something that's small enough. Mind you, I have a little cleaner, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. So then I look at the pipe cleaner and I'm like, I don't really want to use that yet. Like, I don't want to get it dirty, okay? Because it was brand new. It dawned on me differently in that moment because I'm like, damn, okay, you have the tool right in front of you that you're looking for. But instead of using it, you're afraid. You don't want to use what you have for the purpose that it's for, merely because you don't want to get it dirty. And now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds completely illogical. And that led me to the question to ask myself, why do we, and me as a people, not use the tools that we are blessed with to get further ahead? It made me get a little deeper into, like, what is the reason why I literally overlooked a tool that I had sitting right in front of me? First reason for me specifically with that material, I was avoiding or overlooking the tool due to the fact that I was trying to preserve it. So preservation is a concept that I feel like stems from, at times, a lack mindset. And why would it stem from a lack mindset? Well, because culturally, I feel like Black people, due to circumstances, just what we've been, the cards we've been dealt, and due to conditioning, we have become comfortable existing in a lack mindset. And that is extremely not beneficial, okay, for your overall progress as a human being. When you operate from a state of lack, you are assuming that you do not deserve or you do not have what you need to get ahead. Everything that we need to exist, to thrive, to fulfill our destiny is sitting right here currently, right now in this plane. Whether it's in front of you or not, whether you realize it or not, you have everything you need. And so when you are coming from a state of lack, you tend to find yourself trying to hold on to things to keep them. This made me also think about, like, how old school back in the day grandmas would, like, have plastic on their furniture, and we all be like, damn, okay, you can't sit on it and it's plastic on it. It's like, at what point are you going to use the couch? Like, you just leaving it perfect for maybe that one day when you maybe have the president come to your house and sit on it. Like, why do we feel like we have to preserve stuff instead of just using it as it comes? The whole universe operates on multiple laws, and one of the laws that has to do, I feel like, with, like, preservation and lack is, I can't think of the exact law. It's actually going to piss me off. But basically, the more you release, the more you receive. It's like give and take. So by holding on to stuff that we feel like we need to hold on to forever for, like, an emergency or like that one time where it's going to be like we really need it, we're blocking out new blessings from coming in, new tools we can use, new everything, because we're feeling like this is our only thing and we have to preserve it for whatever reason. And that's honestly very dysfunctional. So yes, preservation is one of those things that you have to let go of in terms of, like, why you're not utilizing something. Now, another example could be doubt, honestly, because sometimes we have things that can get us further ahead, but we doubt their ability to sufficiently accomplish the task that we are using it for. I'll use myself, for example, as well. I personally want to get more into the YouTube and online engagement, like monetized content world. But instead of, like, consistently posting content with the materials that I do have, with the phone that I do have, with the camera that I do have, I'm psyching my mind into thinking, like, I need this nice professional camera and, like, recording station and, like, podcast materials and all this stuff. And it's like, I literally don't need that. That's something I want to feel like I'm proficiently doing it. But I have what I need. I have a phone. It has a camera. It has a microphone. That's literally all I need to deliver a message to people. And so, but instead of using it, I have been doubting the capability that I've been down in the tool that I have, and I'm scared to get it dirty. I'm scared to get in the field and use the phone the whole time. I'm not even tech savvy for real. I don't even know why I feel like I need a camera, because girl, you could barely work this phone. Because there are many different tools that we have in life. You have obviously material tools, you have spiritual tools, you have mental tools, physical tools. These are all things that we have at our disposal to use how we need. Like, say for instance, prayer. Prayer is a spiritual tool. That's something that we grew up learning to do when we're in doubt, when we, need something, when we're in fear. We pray. But it gets a point in your spiritual journey where sometimes you feel like praying is just not gonna cut it, even though you always need to have more than just prayer. You need to have action and manifestation, all kind of stuff. But it's still a powerful tool. And if you get to a point where you doubt the tool's ability to give you assurance, then you overlook something that could get you further ahead. The Bible has never said if you pray so much, there will never be answer. Like, God said he don't want to hear all those prayers. Like, no, that's not how it works. In reality, tools are meant to be used to the fullest extent. They're meant to get dirty. And that's what the message is all about. Get your tools dirty. Use them. And don't be afraid of damaging them, because you can always acquire new tools to get you ahead. But you can never get back the time you wasted by neglecting the things you have, or trying to preserve them and not use them, or doubting them. And the third and final thing that I wanted to express in terms of a reason why you might overlook the tools you have is shame. Okay? Shame and embarrassment go hand in hand. Sometimes God gives us exactly what we need to get ahead, but it might not be wrapped around with a ribbon and bow. It might not be the cutest car. Say, for instance, you really need a car and the only one you got available is a putt-putt, a 1990 Chevrolet, I don't know, a bogus-ass car, okay? But instead of using what you have to get to work and saving money, now you find yourself paying for Ubers to get to work because you're too embarrassed to ride around in a car that is bogus, but it still gets you from point A to point B. So now you're holding yourself back because you're afraid to use the tool God gave you. Ways that we could combat these feelings of like doubt and preservation and shame and all these things with the tools we have. For one, you have to think from a place of abundance, okay? Especially when it comes to material goods. Things can always be replaced, always, no matter how much sentimental value or whatever you think is. I mean, some things you can't get back, the memories, but material items for the most part can always be replaced. So you need to think from a place of abundance, okay? Think from a place of, I will get this back. Let me use it up now. Let me use what I currently have, because all we have is now. Tomorrow is not promised. So in reality, you shouldn't be trying to hold on to too much of anything, because you never know what could happen. So let's use what we have to get further ahead. Another thing to combat maybe perhaps the feeling of embarrassment that you might have from that broke down car or something, that little example I used, is that you have to remember that everybody who is really successful in life had to start somewhere. The only way up is from the bottom. You have to be comfortable with whatever stage you're at and confident in knowing that this is not your final destination. You can go many different routes. Like, you can elevate way higher than your current state. And also, read success stories. Go listen to people, interviews who are like millionaires or wherever you want to be in life, and listen to the common thing. They always say they had to start somewhere. Like, do you think the most richest people, I mean, entrepreneurs, not the people who just inherit generational wealth, but people who really got out of the field, started a business and took off, they didn't have everything they needed that would sufficiently get them there. They used what they had, and that's what this message is about for you. Okay? Don't be afraid to get what you need. It's here for a reason. So with that being said, I hope this message resonates with somebody today. Thank you guys for tapping in, and be on the lookout for more videos. I really do appreciate the support up until this point. I appreciate everybody encouraging me to keep going. So yeah, love y'all and have a good Wednesday.